responded to it. But every time the Congress party has made personal remarks against the, the Prime Minister, it's actually worked against them. Despite that, they continue to do that and fall into that trap again and again. Whether it was a remark that Sonia Gandhi made before the elections that actually brought the Prime Minister to power and the BJP back to power, or this one, where Mallikarjun Kharge actually compared him to Ravan. But they still continue to make these personal remarks, even though they don't really work for the Congress at all.
Nupur, the irony is that we as journalists have been able to decipher it, but the Congress party has yet not been able to. That's the problem. Despite knowing
नर्मदा योजना का समाधान लाए, सौनी योजना और सुजलाम सुफलाम योजना बनाई और समग्र गुजरात के पानी की समस्या को उन्होंने मुक्ति दिलाई। इसी प्रकार से हर गांव में 24 घंटा बिजली पहुंचाना, स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं का उन्नयन, एनरोलमेंट और ड्रॉप आउट रेशियो पर कंट्रोल आना, ढेर सारी मूलभूत समस्याओं का निवारण मोदी जी ने लाया है, जिसको जनता अपनी मन की गहराई से बहुत सम्मान करती है, प्यार करती है। इसके कारण सातत्यपूर्ण तरीके से हमेशा भाजपा को वोट मिलते हैं।
अब हमेशा सुरक्षा की बात करते हैं, महिला सुरक्षा की बात करते हैं, तो जो एंटी रेडिकल सेल है अमित भाई, उसको लाने की क्या जरूरत पड़ी इस टाइम?
देखिए, वे प्रोएक्टिव स्टेप है। घटना घटने के बाद इसका निरीक्षण करना एक बात है और घटना होने नहीं देना दूसरी बात है। रेडिकलाइजेशन पर अगर कंट्रोल करते हैं तो अपने आप जो दंगे हैं उन पर और टेररिज्म पर कंट्रोल आया जाएगा।
आप हमेशा बात करते हैं, मोदी मॉडल की बात करते हैं देश भर में। आपको क्या लगता है कि 2017 से अभी भी कांग्रेस अभी भी अक्षर यूज करती है प्रधानमंत्री के लिए, रावण की सब यूज करती है?
देखिए, जितनी भी बार गुजरात में प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ कांग्रेस ने अपशब्द उपयोग किया, उतनी बार हर बार गुजरात की जनता ने बैलेट बॉक्स के अंदर जवाब दिया। इस बार भी इसका जवाब, मोदी जी के अपमान का जवाब गुजरात की जनता जरूर देगी। मैं यही कहूंगा कि विकास के समर्थन में ज्यादा से ज्यादा वोट करें और लोकतंत्र के उत्सव के अंदर हिस्सा लें।
हो गया ना?
All right, so you just heard that reaction from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who's taking part in that huge rally in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Aishwarya, in fact, has been getting us a lot of that insight. Aishwarya, only for the moment, I thank you quickly and apologies. We just had to cut you short. But I'm told, Nupur, we also have our colleague Harsha standing by to get us a live reportage right now from the epicenter of this entire action. That is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Harsha, Ahmedabad is voting on the 5th, but I think the issues that you've just heard the Union Home Minister Amit Shah speak about, whether that's the Narmada water, whether that's about the anti-radicalization moves, whether it's about peace, security, the law and order, these are issues that you move across the state of Gujarat and you hear a resonance.
Exactly, Dipti, if I talk about the issues, this time we have seen in the campaigns, in the rallies, in the roadshow, UCC, Hindutva, anti-radicalization, the setups which will be made to completely eliminate the sleeper cells and the terrorists and the security, how it will be enhanced. And majorly the Uniform Civil Code is what hugely talked about by central ministers here when they were campaigning in Gujarat. I'd like to show you the visuals because I am present in the very place which Aishwar, our executive editor, was talking about, Sanan, where the roadshow rally of HM Amit Shah is happening. The cavalcade of Amit Shah could clearly be seen, and not only this, huge number of Karyakartas could also be seen here. The workers and BJP got a huge win from this assembly constituency in 2018. So this place becomes very important for BJP to win. And also we saw 2 weeks before when the candidate from this assembly constituency went for to file his nomination, Amit Shah assisted the candidate because this assembly constituency constituency fall under the Lok Sabha constituency Gandhi Nagar, from where HM Amit Shah himself is the member of parliament. As you see, the workers, the Karyakartas, these are the general voters here of Sanand who are here to see Amit Shah HM. And right now, if you talk about the issues, the development issue, this is entire marketplace. This entire assembly constituency came into existence in 2012. It has seen 2 elections. One was won by Congress, and in 2018, BJP candidate Kanubhai Patel won from this assembly constituency, and he has been fielded again from this assembly constituency. So a busy place, marketplace, major vote share is here of partidar voters who are majorly also seen as the BJP vote kadar. And also not to forget that along with partidar, there are the Patel voters also here, and most of the farmers who do the farming here, and the industrial development which took place here in past 10 years is major development which has been done in the Sanand assembly constituency. Let me again give you a glimpse of the road show. As you can see, huge coverage of so many vehicles which are following the road show. Karyakartas could be seen. And one more thing, in this assembly constituency, if you talk about Gandhi Nagar, if you talk about Sanand, if you talk about this majorly assembly constituency, AAP fielded its Aam Aadmi Party fielded its candidate much late, and Congress didn't even campaign here. And when Gujarat is going to vote in the second phase on December 5, this assembly constituency will also vote on December 5. It is not much far from Ahmedabad, which is the main city, which is highly populated western part of Ahmedabad, not almost 1 hour distance from Ahmedabad main city. Therefore, more of the development also took place in this area, but not much of the campaign was seen from the side of Congress party. Initially till 2018 we saw how it was an election where it was BJP versus Congress, but now it's a 3-Kodia election where Aam Aadmi Party has somehow managed to push aside the main opposition party Congress from Gujarat. Through this election is very important for Bharatiya Janata Party. All the central ministers are in this soil. They are campaigning at different places. Amit Shah himself has a very tight-linked program today from morning 11 o'clock till evening. Many roadshow and rallies will be taken up by him. But let me again show you the entire marketplace here where everyone is watching and seeing HM Amit Shah, who is doing a road show here. Sir, आप लोग क्या कहना चाहते हैं? व्यापारी हैं, कैसे देख रहे हैं यहाँ के मूड पर क्या कहेगी आप?
यहाँ की बीजेपी आएगी, वो फाइनल है। हम बीजेपी के फैन नहीं है, पर जो काम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए बोल रहे हैं।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे इलेक्शन आप लोग कैसे लग रहा है कि पहले भाजपा वर्सेस कांग्रेस होता था, अब लग रहा है आम आदमी पार्टी भी कहीं ना कहीं जगह बना पा रही है?
नहीं होगा, बीजेपी ही आएगी।
फ्रॉड पार्टी है, फ्रॉड के सिवा उनको कुछ नहीं आता। झूठे वादे करते हैं गरीबों से और बाद में कुछ नहीं करते। बीजेपी तो हम देख रहे हैं गरीबों के लिए काफ़ी कुछ काम कर रहे हैं।
आपको लगता है व्यापारियों के लिए कुछ किया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने इस इलाके में?
हाँ, सब सही चल रहा है। अभी तो रोड बना दिया, सब सही, गटर लाइन सब सही, सुरक्षित है।
तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे विकास हुआ है इस इलाके में?
विकास हुआ 100%।
So these are the voters of this assembly constituency who are clearly stating that development has been done in this entire area. And if we show you the roads, let me show you the road. This entire cemented road is the visual of what development has been done here in Sanand assembly constituency, where Amit Shah is doing a road show, a rally, and not only this, the road show is almost of 1.5 to 2 kilometers from APMC in Sanand till Gadia Chokri. It will go, and it's a 2-kilometer stretch till where Amit Shah is doing a road show, and he specifically speaking to Republic. He clearly stated yesterday also that security is a major issue, and most of the voters also vote on the basis of security, seeing what sort of law and order have been improved in this entire area. And in Gujarat since 2002, no curfew has been put up. Initially always there was curfew in Gujarat, but right now since so many years Gujarat has not seen curfew. Gujarat has only seen development. If we talk about the development near Sabarmati riverfront, if we talk about Narmada, if we talk about the infrastructure development, if talk about the roads and the electricity and what sort of projects which were central projects, how it has been implemented in these states, all those have been hugely implemented in Gujarat. These are the development point of view which BJP has been talking highly in this Gujarat election. Let me talk to a few more people. सर आप लोग क्या कहना चाहेंगे आज होम मिनिस्टर आपके यहाँ रोड शो कर रहे हैं, रैली कर रहे हैं, कैसा लग रहा है आप लोग को? आप लोग दिसंबर 5 को वोट भी डालेंगे।
अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को, अच्छा लग रहा है।
विकास हुआ है?
हाँ विकास हुआ है,
क्या क्या विकास हुआ है?
अभी सब चालू है विकास में।
अच्छा, सब चालू है। आप लोग बताइए भैया, व्यापारी खुश हैं? सब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की बात की जाए, सड़क की बात की जाए, सुरक्षा की बात की जाए, ये सब पुख्ता है यहाँ पर?
सही है, एकदम सही है, पुख्ता है सब।
तो इस चुनाव में आपको क्या लग रहा है, बीजेपी वर्सेस आम आदमी पार्टी है या बीजेपी वर्सेस कांग्रेस है?
अभी तो आम आदमी पार्टी लग रहा है, कांग्रेस नहीं लग रहा है, बीजेपी वर्सेस।
So these are the voters, but we'll like to show you the visuals of this entire area where the road show is taking place. I'll ask my camera person Anup to show you the huge cavalcade of HM Amit Shah. As till now here we see he is about to reach the road show. The cavalcade is to reach Gadia Chokri where the road show will stop and HM Amit Shah will move towards another location for the rally and road show, because this assembly constituency, if we talk about Ahmedabad western part and this area, it lies in the second phase in which 93 seats, the people in the 93 seats assembly constituencies will go and vote in the second phase, which is December 5. Today 89 seats election is happening on 89 seats of Gujarat. Two phases elections are happening, and therefore apart from Kutch and Saurashtra, if we see the rural area and if we see the city area, there are a lot of difference. So you're watching Republic TV and I'm showing you exclusive visual from Gujarat campaigning of road show of HM Amit Shah. Stay tuned, keep watching Republic TV. We'll be right back after a short break.
come up in the G20 agenda. But the G20 naturally responds to the pressing issues of the day. It is also a tradition in the presidency, for the presidency, to flag concerns that are most immediate and seek support of the larger membership. Where India is concerned, some of the priorities are self-evident. Energy security and food security are two such examples. After the pandemic, there is a global expectation that more equitable solutions would be found for health challenges. And as the driver of the widely appreciated vaccine Maitri, the Global South has hopes that India would take forward this cause. Our commitment to climate action and climate justice is again very well recognized. This is even more so in the context of national actions and policies on this subject in the last 8 years. Most of all, our digital prowess and its effective application on the ground, that has really caught the world's attention. While noting all these developments, let me address some specific issues that are likely to come up in the G20 context. As a civilizational state, it was imperative that India is not only conscious of its heritage and culture, but brings those perspectives to bear on contemporary issues. As we currently consider the challenges of climate action, it is natural that we reassert our innate reverence for nature and search for solutions that are not just material but also behavioral. We would seek to encourage a rethink around the world, both on how we produce, but equally important, on how we consume. Green transition at scale is possible only when climate action is converted into a people's movement. During our G20 presidency, we will spotlight life as in lifestyle for environment, with its associated environmentally sustainable and responsible choices at the level of individual lifestyles as well as national development. Only then will it lead to globally transformative actions, resulting in a cleaner, greener, and bluer future. We will make life a global movement, one that envisions placing the prevalent use and dispose economy with a circular economy. It intends to nudge individuals to undertake simple acts in their everyday life that can contribute to effectively address the challenges of climate change, environment degradation, energy crisis, and rapid sustainable growth. Pro-planet people adopting fundamentally sustainable lifestyles will change the way we do business in the 21st century. India will seek to be a catalyst of that change. When taking over the G20 presidency in Bali, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about a sense of trusteeship. We want that message also to go out from the G20, that for the sake of future generations, for people like you, every generation should leave the planet in a better shape than it inherited it. After due deliberation, we have therefore taken up Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future, as our G20 presidency theme. Drawing from our cultural ethos, this is a strong assertion of beliefs in shared and common solutions. It may apply to climate action and life, where the power of example, the diffusion of technology, and the spread of best practices can make a decisive difference. The same drivers are even more powerful when it comes to digital delivery, in order to ensure that we leave no one behind. And remember, we have demonstrated it even at a time of extreme stress by undertaking successfully Vaccine Maitri. The G20 is a diverse platform that seeks to forge common ground on key issues among prominent countries. Our endeavor is to make that consensus more relevant through a wider process of consultation. Indeed, our very choice of guest countries is reflective of this intent. Harmonizing various interests is something that is ingrained deeply in India's history and culture. We have long been a pluralistic and consultative society who have debated issues openly before we arrive at a decision. Since this is deeply ingrained in our DNA, we have never been insecure with diversity. Our essential unity is not only the basis for pluralism, but it is also a source of confidence for engaging the world. As the mother of democracy, India's G20 presidency will be consultative, it will be collaborative, and it will be decisive. Having noted that, we must also recognize that the global order today is not truly reflective of the state of the world. Institutions and practices created 75 years ago still dominate global decision-making. A representative and democratic international order must press for change, not just in the United Nations, but in other international institutions as well. While we strive to progress on this broad agenda of issues, the G20 cannot be impervious to immediate developments that have a direct consequence on global well-being. This year, much of that debate has centered around the Ukraine conflict. As you all know, the Prime Minister had declared that this is not an era of war, and that dialogue and diplomacy alone can provide solutions. At Bali, the significance of this position was widely recognized by G20 leaders. In fact, the universality of this message is being appreciated as well. Many of you today would have read in the newspapers that you would have seen in the morning or read on your phones, Prime Minister's own thoughts about assuming the G20 presidency. And that, by the way, has appeared in newspapers across the world. Now, we should reflect on what, to my mind, were the 8 key points that he has articulated in his speech. And those points are: 1, the greatest challenges can be solved not by fighting with each other, but by acting together. 2, technology gives us the means to address problems on a humanity-wide scale. 3, digital public goods that we have created are increasingly perceived by the world as delivering revolutionary progress. 4, India's experiences can provide insights for possible solutions. 5, our G20 priorities will be shaped by the interests of the global South. 6, we will encourage sustainable and environment-friendly lifestyles based on trusteeship over nature. 7, we will seek to depoliticize the global supply of food, fertilizers, and medical products. And 8, we will encourage an honest conversation among the most powerful countries. So, as the youth of India, it is important that you are not only aware of the G20 activities, but also of India's approach that I have just summarized. Under the Youth 20 Engagement Group of the G20, India will focus on skill development, on the future of work, access to quality health, and youth as equal partners in the development agenda. During the year, in the spirit of Jan Bhagidari, I would encourage the youth to conduct and host a wide range of practical activities like university lectures, roundtable discussions, model UN conferences in colleges on G20 agenda, and welcoming G20 delegations, including through cultural performance at various meeting venues. Remember, each one of you present, physically here and virtually across, each one of you is an ambassador of India to the G20. I urge you to collectively be the radiant lotus of creative brilliance and generational optimism. Our success in the G20 will surely draw strength from all of you. So thank you again for your attention.
All right, that was External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar taking over on the occasion of India taking over the presidency of G20 for the next year. The Group of 20, the most powerful, decisive body when it comes to shaping global geopolitics, and reiterating what Prime Minister said in a blog in the morning, suggesting that this is not an era of war. India has a lot to contribute. The world should not be thinking in terms of a zero-sum game, and the world's a one family and should think out of the box to come out of its struggles and problems. Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, underscoring also the priorities of Indian presidency, particularly on climate change, on terror, and on what he called digital public platforms where India has a lot to offer. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar in a speech called for everyone to come together and make it a success. Remember, last month, India took over the G20 presidency in Bali, with the Prime Minister taking over the gavel symbolically from Indonesian President Joko Widodo. On that note, we have to take a short break. On the other side, we come back with our rolling coverage of the Gujarat elections.
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के यशस्वी नेतृत्व की देन है। भाइयों बहनों, आज भारत हर एक रिश्ते मजबूत हुआ है, हमारी सीमाएं सुरक्षित हुई हैं। याद करिए, आज से 20 वर्ष पहले गुजरात दंगा मुक्त हुआ था, कर्फ्यू मुक्त हुआ था।
Advancing data center performance and energy efficiency to solve your most important business challenges. AMD. Together, we advance.
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
आइए नए उत्तर प्रदेश की क्षमता और असीमित अवसरों से सफलता की नई कहानी लिखें। यूपी ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर्स समिट 10 से 12 फरवरी 2023। नए भारत के ग्रोथ इंजन उत्तर प्रदेश में निवेश करें।
या तो पास्ट को पकड़ के बैठे रहो या फ्यूचर देखो।
गुड लक।
लक वो तो खुद बनानी पड़ती है।
India's biggest fashion sale is back. Rock that print, pinch that dress, show you my fashion flex. EORS.
Fashion's biggest sale, yes.
The Myntra Indo Region sale is back.
इससे बड़ा सेल नहीं मिलेगा. Wish list now.
All right, moving away from election coverage to a breaking news development coming in. This is about an emergency landing of a Chetak helicopter in Pune district, Baramati airfield. In fact, a Chetak chopper belonging to the Indian Air Force. It carried out a precautionary landing in an open area, as can be seen in the pictures. And there is another one to provide cover. This is in an open area, short of Baramati airfield in Pune. This happened today, and this is due to a suspected technical issue. The crew and the aircraft both are reported to be safe, and the recovery of the helicopter is underway. As can be seen, there is a recovery team that has also reached in the pictures that can be seen. An emergency landing happening in Baramati of Pune district in Maharashtra, where an emergency landing had to take place of an IAF chopper due to some technical issues. But the crew and the chopper, the machine, both are reported to be safe. It was a safe landing, and emergency operations, emergency rescue was pressed into service. These are pictures coming in from Baramati in Pune, Maharashtra, and everyone on board is reported to be safe, and that's something which is to take relief from. Moving on, we're heading back to Gujarat elections.
As the polling for Phase 1 begins in Gujarat, this Amreli Congress candidate has a fresh card to play. In a unique way, the Congress candidate carried a gas cylinder on a bicycle, raising the high fuel prices issue. Dhanani became known as a giant killer after he defeated state BJP stalwart Purushottam Rupala at a young age in 2002. And though he lost in 2007, he once again captured the Patidar-dominated seat in 2012 and 2017. All eyes on 8th of December, whether he will be able to win for the 4th time, especially when the Patidar quota agitation has faded out. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
कांग्रेस ने विरोध किया था। कांग्रेस हमेशा सरदार साहब का विरोध करती रही। कांग्रेस सदैव बाबा साहब भीमराव अम्बेडकर का विरोध करती रही। बाबा साहब भीमराव अम्बेडकर के पंच तीर्थों का निर्माण ये प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से संपन्न हुआ है।
सोच रहा हूँ कमेंट्री ट्राई करूं। मैच का आखिरी बॉल, तेज तूफानी डिलीवरी, एक धमाकेदार शॉट और ये गया छक्का।
छक्का नहीं, टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MY के लेटिक्रीट टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
पाव भाजी को फेवरेट बनाता है MDH पाव भाजी मसाला।
MDH पाव भाजी मसाला।
MDH बनाए पाव भाजी लाजवाब।
Prepare your kids for the changing season. Prevent flu with annual vaccination. Consult your pediatrician for more information.
बस बॉल।
खट्टे मीठे घूंट कटक के ले तू दिल को ठूस। Just let loose. लिमोनाटा। Just let loose.
अरे सुप्रिया, एक साबुन देना नया।
साबुन नेक्स्ट वीक मिलेगा।
क्या?
सुप्रिया जी, साबुन खरीदने के लिए मिड मंथ सेल को भूल जाइए। बिग बास्केट है, हर दिन सस्ता। बिग सेविंग्स, बिग बास्केट।
और शैम्पू कमाल है।
सोच रहा हूँ एक गाड़ी ले लूं।
हाँ तो ले ले, पर छोटी लेना, सस्ती मिल जाएगी।
अच्छी गाड़ी लो, बड़ी गाड़ी लो। बड़ा सोचोगे तभी तो कुछ बड़ा होगा। क्यों भाई?
सच्चा दोस्त वही जो आपके बारे में सोचे। ऑटो लोन्स फ्रॉम IDBI बैंक। बैंक ऐसा, दोस्त जैसा।
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना।
वो सपना जो बुना, तुझे लगा गुनगुना।
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा, फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा।
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
ये है गेहूं। जब इसमें जुड़ता है रागी, जवार, बाजरा और मेथी तो बनता है हेल्दी मन्ना मल्टी मिलेट आटा। ये है बेहतर आटा।
Right, breaking news development coming in, and this is from Belagavi. Okay, it's from Maharashtra-Karnataka border, Belagavi. The row escalates, the border dispute between the two states, and students have attacked another group of students for holding Karnataka flag. These are pro-Kannada organizations who have condemned this attack on a pro-Kannada student. And this incident has happened at the RPD circle in Belagavi's Tilakwadi area. Pro-Kannada organizations have blocked the Belagavi-Goa highway subsequently because it seems that student group leaning towards the Maharashtra side attacked pro-Kannada students, leading to a flare-up of an already tense situation, as can be seen in the pictures. Some arson has also taken place, tire burning can be seen, and blocking of the Bengaluru-Goa highway, the Belagavi-Goa section of the highway being carried out by protesters. Remember, the border standoff between Maharashtra and Karnataka has gone right up to the Supreme Court with the Chief Minister of Karnataka all right, Prajwal is joining us over the phone, I believe, from Bengaluru. Prajwal, share details of the incident. When did it happen? And did it happen on the Karnataka side of the border, or did it happen on the Maharashtra side? And what has been the police response?
Now, we are getting in details that a boy was assaulted on the 30th of November, that being yesterday, at a college function. And this particular boy was holding the Karnataka flag and was dancing, and he was attacked by his classmates as well as by several miscreants too. So therefore, the boy had gone on to register a complaint earlier this morning in the concerned jurisdiction police station. But now there has been allegations which has been made by the boy as well as his family that he was abused by the police, and they stated that they would not go on to file a police complaint. And therefore, the pro-Kannada organizations also stepped in at this point of time and started arguing with the cops as to why this particular complaint was not being taken. And therefore, now all the blocking that has happened, the traffic which has come to us now is on the Karnataka side of the border between the Belagavi in the Belagavi-Goa highway, and traffic has come to a standstill for over 5 kilometers is what we understand. And this protest has started at 11 this morning, but until now the cops have still not been able to solve the issue. We also get to understand that the Belagavi City Police Commissioner, Mr. Borlingaya, is already present at the spot, and he's trying to reason out with the pro-Kannada organization, stating that a complaint and a case will be registered, and those officials who had not gone on to register the case will also be suspended, and action will be taken against them too. So now we understand that the situation has come under control, but initially there were over 200 to 300 pro-Kannada activists who had gone on to protest here.
All right, protests erupting in an already tense situation in the border standoff between two states of the country, Maharashtra and Karnataka down south. This is along the Belagavi border. Thank you, Prajwal, for sharing us with those details. And I believe Samiksha Shivangi has more on what's happening in Gujarat.
Right. Well, Abhishek, we are here in Rajkot while elections first phase are ongoing. Senior police officials have come to the polling booth 66, Anil Gyan Mandir, to inspect the area and the security. And on that note, we're taking a very short break as elderly, as families come, vote, and then they are practicing their right to democracy. They're practicing their right as an Indian citizen. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
भैया जी हमला! भैया जी 10 गोलियां ले ले।
गोलियां नहीं रज्जा, गोली।
पर बाहर तो 10 लोग हैं।
10 हो या पूरी बस, अब तो बस 1 है तो डन है। इसको कोई वॉच कराओ। जब वॉचो मिले ढेर सारे OTT ऐप्स एक ही प्लान में तो हर कोई बोलेगा वॉचो 1 है तो डन है।
वॉचो प्लान स्टार्टिंग एट जस्ट 42 रुपीस पर मंथ। आज ही सब्सक्राइब करें और पाएं सिलेक्ट प्लान्स पर 1 महीना कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री।
Pooja, you left the job and still so cool?
Bro, new challenges bring new opportunities.
Oh, really?
Seriously, Rahul, my entire house, now it's an online retail store. Look.
Wow. But money?
Few years back, I'd invested my Diwali bonus.
And now you have LIC's ULIP plan Nivesh Plus. Invest once, get the benefit of both life insurance and maximized returns based on market trends.
One sec, Rahul.